Civil War, and I'm going to be doing a review of it. So first and foremost, there are going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to have it spoiled, if you haven't seen it, then do not watch this, wait until you've seen it and then come back and you can see it then. So firstly, I'm just going to tell you what I thought of the film. It was brilliant, really good. It just amazing fight sequences, just cool costumes, brilliant characters, witty dialogue, and a really good story. It was just great and really well done. Really well done. So one of the first things you might have noticed from the trailer is that there is a new Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man costume looks quite different. He has eyes that move and he's just so cool. I love Tom Holland is the guy who plays him, and he does such an amazing job. He's really nerdy but not too much that you're kind of going, ooh, that's cringy. He's just a proper, you know, nerdy, wonderful guy, and just the kind of guy you would imagine would be Spider-Man. Just super cool, really well acted, and just a brilliant character. I love him so much. And Tony Stark kind of goes into the house and he says to him, you know, about him being Spider-Man. Obviously he denies it, and then the Spider-Man costume comes down from the ceiling and he tries to hide it and everything, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a really funny scene and a great introduction to the character. The only thing that I did not like about that was that they decided to make Aunt May hot. Now, my problem with this is basically that, you know, in my head Aunt May is at least reasonably old, but the main problem that I had with it wasn't so much that she was young or that she was attractive, was that it seemed to be in great part because they wanted Tony Stark to objectify her. And he basically walks in and is all like, wow, your aunt's really hot. yeah, look, your aunt's hot. And you're like, no, dude, come on. Like, he was supposed to be kind of past all that. I mean, I know he's on a break with Pepper or whatever, but it just felt like his character had evolved from that. Also, the thing that I loved about Spider-Man was that he wasn't perfect at fighting straight away. It would be very easy for them to make him just, you know, go in and be a total badass, but he was kind of unsure of himself. He was very good and he had a lot of really cool moves and everything, and it was awesome, but he wasn't 100% perfect. And I noticed it was really funny, even the people that weren't on his side were kind of half telling him what he should and shouldn't be doing, and it was just really good, really funny. Ant-Man is in this, and I love Ant-Man a lot. Ant-Man's just, he's so brilliant, he's so funny and just hilarious. A very likeable character. Really loved the fact that he was in it, and he's dead really true to his character as well, which was brilliant. Because sometimes I think when they get a whole bunch of characters together, they lose a bit of their individuality because they're all together. They can't really spend as much time on each character. But Ant-Man was just his quirky, socially awkward, hilarious self, and he kind of fanboyed over the bigger superheroes, and I just thought it was hilarious and really brilliant. And also, he gets huge! He turns into Giant Man! And that was awesome! I was like, wow, okay, I was not expecting that, and it was very cool. My favourite thing probably in the whole movie was the big fight sequence between all of the Avengers and the banter that they had with each other. They were all coming off with really funny things, but it wasn't too much. It was just the right amount of funny, witty, you know, brilliance, but without being like over exaggerated and irritating. It was just, I don't know, they were all being themselves so much. Even during a big fight scene, they were all really showing their individual little quirky characters, and I just thought it was hilarious. And the way they were, you know, like Spider-Man at one point stopped fighting to kind of fanboy over Bucky's metal arm, and I don't know, it's just really cool, and I loved the fight. The fight was so cool. All the stunts and everything in it were amazing. The CGI was brilliant. Everything was just really fast paced but cool looking, and I don't know, I just thought the fight was great. Yay. Thumbs up Marvel for the fight. The only thing that I will say, however, about the fight sequence is that Vision turns up about halfway through the fight, and then they do their epic walk together, and it's all, you know, let's be badasses, which is very cool. But then Vision just kind of disappears. And basically the reason for that is that Vision could have just rolled everybody to right, left and centre, and they couldn't have him do that. So they just made him disappear. They did, you know, a lot of tight, fast shots and no Vision. There was, I think, 2 instances of Vision in the whole fight. One where you just see him like for half a second in the sky doing nothing, And the next one where he just bumps into giant Ant-Man's chest. You're kind of like, okay, and then right at the very end he shoots one of the guys he's supposed to be protecting. I think they maybe could have made a bit of a better job of explaining his absence, but I don't know, it's just, I'm being nitpicky, but he did just kind of disappear because he was too badass for them. Next good point is that Black Panther was in this movie. He's quite a cool character and I thought his costume was very sassy and it just looked kind of awesome. I liked the claws that came out of his hands, they were pretty cool. But the only thing I would say is I didn't feel like his character was as developed as I would have liked for the film. I know they're going to make a separate film for him where they're going to develop his character further, but I kind of felt like I couldn't really empathize with him because I wasn't really that sure where he was coming from. They did try a bit, but maybe not quite enough. Next point is Martin Freeman is in the film. Martin Freeman is awesome. I love Martin Freeman a lot. He is very, very, very cool, very good actor, but they kind of didn't really do anything with his character. He basically just said a few words. He was very non-character and I wasn't really that sure why. Maybe it was a mislead. Maybe you were supposed to think that he was actually the bad guy because why would they get such a big actor in if he wasn't going to be the bad guy? But I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit, you know, not really good enough and definitely a waste of such a good actor. The only thing that I do wonder is, are they maybe going to put him in another film and further his character there and it was just an introduction? I hope that that's the case because I love Martin Freeman. I really, really love the Black Widow and Hawkeye and their friendship together is just so awesome and cute and I just love it. Black Widow says, "We're still friends, right?" And Hawkeye says, "Depends on how hard you hit me." It's just, I don't know, it's very quirky and very much their sort of friendship and their personality and they're hilarious together. The ending was quite good where it was a big twist, you know, you thought they were going to have to battle all these amazing super soldiers and then they go and they're actually all dead, you know, shot before they even get there. You thought that, you know, they were going to have to all band together after their big fight and fight the bad guys, and that's not where the story's going. So I like the fact that it wasn't a predictable storyline, that's always good, but I don't know, I didn't feel like they made a big enough statement about the super soldiers. They didn't carry it through the story enough. So if I'm completely honest, I wasn't really that aware of the threat to begin with. I kind of, when they introduced the super soldier idea, I initially thought, oh, they're going to have to, you know, all band together in the end and battle them. But they then didn't really mention them at all throughout the whole film, right up until just before they went to go see them. And I'd completely kind of forgotten about them again. And the end of the film came and they were like, oh yeah, we have to go get these soldiers. And I was like, soldiers? Oh yeah, right. Oh, they're dead. So I was kind of like, okay, like maybe if you'd made a bit of a bigger deal, mentioned them a few times throughout the film, I would have remembered that that was supposed to be the threat. But, you know, maybe I'm just unobservant. I have spoken to a few other people who've said the same, but I've also spoken to people who, you know, were completely aware that that was the big threat the whole way through. Black Widow is just awesome. I love her so much. She's so cool. She had some really good fight sequences. She kicked some people's asses. She survived a grenade that should definitely have killed her. And I love the fact that even though she's on Tony's side, she still turns to help Captain America in the end. So you're kind of like, yeah, dude, you're cool with me. The only thing that I would say is I don't know where she's left at the end of it. Like, legally, where is she at the end of the film? Because she helped the bad guys, i.e. Captain America and his ones. So is she as bad as them? Or has she gotten away with it through some kind of loophole? You're not really told at the end, so I'd be interested to know. I love the fact that at the very end, Captain America breaks out the comrades. That was awesome. I was so happy that that happened. I would have been really upset if they'd been just left in the jail to rot until the next film. I was like, yeah, dude, you go get those people. I really love that he left it in a note to Tony, and I thought the note to Tony was actually really good. It was really well thought out and just kind of left everything in a nice way. My only real serious issue with this film, which really just made me go, really, Marvel? Really? Was that Captain America decided to hitch up with Peggy Carter's niece, which was just disgusting. I mean, come on, really? You've gone to her funeral and her niece gives a eulogy or whatever and you go, yeah, she's I want to kiss her. Like, I mean, I know she's the love of my life's niece, but I'm totally shacking up with her. Like, no, dude, no, you don't do that. Like, ew. She is her niece. Just, no, I don't like that at all. I thought that was really gross. He could have been with anybody else, and it would have been completely fine. You would have been totally rooting for him, but I cannot get behind that. I don't like it. No. No. Wanda and Vision are totally going to get together. They have extreme chemistry. They're all like smoldery into each other's eyes, and like, I fancy you, you fancy me, oh, I'll make you paprika. Yeah, it's a weird kind of romance, but I like it. I don't know, there's just something about it, it's kind of cool, and yeah, I want them two to get together, so they're totally going to. They have such chemistry, and yeah. Okay, so overall, a fantastic film. Some little things that I wasn't as keen on, but just a brilliant story, amazing fights, brilliant witty character dialogue, and just, yeah, great film. I'm definitely going to be getting this film whenever it comes out on DVD. 110%. I have to have this film. I loved it, and I have actually seen it twice now. So yeah, it was just brilliant. I loved it. So please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to be notified whenever I make a new video, and I shall see you guys very soon. Bye guys!